Welcome back, Bannock folks. I'm back in my Buffalo Bills gear again because the way that we do these recordings is sometimes they land on Sundays, and our boys won today, so I'm excited about that. But that's why I'm consistently wearing Bills merch. It's not like every episode I want to be doing this.
It's not a shtick.
It's not a shtick. It just so happens every time we record, it's on a Sunday or something. And also, that being said, we've got some, like, our subscriber, they're climbing quite a bit, Tyler. Mm-hmm. And I want to say, if we hit 500 subscribers, I don't know, I'll get a Bandecdotes tattoo. What about you?
I'll get a Bandecdotes tattoo.
Yeah, I'll get a Bandecdotes.
I'll do that for sure.
I don't know if... Well, maybe we'll pepper in some more cool shit, but like, yeah, we'll figure it out. But the more you get people subscribed, maybe we'll do more dumb stuff. I don't know. What's crazy enough? I'll wax my legs.
I'll get my Bandecdotes tattoo removed at 1,000 subs. Laser right off. I heard it's really painful.
There you go. I love that, actually. Thank you for tuning in for this channel. We got a good one for you today. We got the boys in the Northern lined up for an interview, and we're going to get into that.
And I just want to apologize a little bit, guys. You might hear a little bit of background noise. Grape and Wine is actually happening behind me. I just heard a guy absolutely crush I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness. Like, this guy was just nailing it. It sounded incredible. So if you hear some guy just blasting out early 2000s music behind me, it's Grape and Wine. So
what is Grape and Wine, just for the people who may not know?
It's like a festival where people go to Montebello and they get totally blasted and eat food they could have eaten downtown.
Great. Couldn't have said it better myself. So if that's what you hear, that's what's going on.
That's exactly right. But we are going to jump into the interview with the Northern now.
Oh. What are you up to? What are you doing? Is that authentic? Does that feel warm in the winter?
Can't hear anything you're saying. One sec. Now I look like I'm in the Northern, baby.
Is that authentic? Does that keep you warm in the winter?
I've only worn it once during COVID, and like even when I walked into a gas station, they were like, "I don't like this at all." Like it's useful to have around. If I'm ever on some real goon shit, this is basically all I have planned. This is the extent of my planning for this interview. I'm like, okay, after this, with just 59 more minutes of content, baby, it'll write itself. I want to sip my coffee so bad.
Yo. What is up?
Howdy.
Yo.
They said they're gonna be like a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I was trying to jock your vibe a little bit on this one.
That's okay.
I was hoping you'd come in masked up, and now I just feel like an idiot, Jordan. Now I just feel stupid.
I mean, I could put on a mask if you want. I just can't see shit when I wear it.
No, you have like a full face mask, right? Like a full like.
Yeah. It's I have a couple. So I have like the fucking before Kanye turned into a huge turd. I have the Balenciaga mask.
That's sick.
Yeah, so I mean that one's really hard to play in because it's really thick. But then I like basically the one I mostly use is like a morph suit mask. So. Whatever. And then I wear like another mask under it, or else my stupid shitty beard prickles through it. So
you found that out like the first time you put the morph suit on? You're like, someone was like, "We could see your mustache." Like,
no, I like tried it out because it's just the mask, right? So I just put it on in the mirror, and I'm like, "Oh shit! I either need to like go clean shaven, or I need to like double mask it up, so I can't breathe or see when I play."
Jesus.
That's good. That's useful.
Yeah, it sucks. Whatever. Is what it is, man.
Do you hear that music? Do you hear that like faint music?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. That's Grape and Wine behind me. Right before I sat down, like while I was setting my shit up, there was a guy they're destroying a cover of I Believe in a Thing Called Love. Like they're just killing it.
Yeah.
It's such an awesome song to hear nailed.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there's like an
Phil
annual...
played a show last night.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. That was a good show. Yeah, Grape and Wine's like a annual festival that happens in St. Catharines, where like everybody just gets lit downtown City Park.
That's cool.
So that's what you're gonna hear the entire interview is just music faintly in the background.
I mean, somebody once told me streaming on Twitch that I had to have music in the background, and I'm like, oh, I didn't realize you didn't want to hear my heavy breathing.
Do you still stream, or did you stop? Too busy?
I got really busy and then unmotivated, and now I'm just unmotivated.
Sure, yeah.
So,
yeah,
I don't know.
No,
I can't really say I'm busy. Like,
yeah,
just unmotivated.
That's the good thing about like static content creation. Is like if you take like a couple weeks off, it doesn't feel like you've literally lost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I trust me, dude. If I could get into TikTok.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I wish either of us had like a. Phil has a decent grasp, but
yeah, TikTok is a tough one, just because like, man, like the content that's on there is just like, it ranges so much, like from all over the place, and like half the videos on there, like if it's just like a podcast clip, they normally have to do this thing where like, because so many kids are like ADHD and like they're like they need to focus on something, what they'll do is like they'll
the way it has to be edited.
yeah they'll take like a Theo Von clip that's like, you know, something funny of what he's saying. There's no doubt like what he's saying is funny, but they'll like put it like a GTA clip on top, and it'll be like this guy driving through something on GTA, like, and like just so that like you have something to watch. It is weird that like
while you watch a 15-second video.
Yeah,
I've
like,
noticed that like a warthog launching down a ramp from Halo Reach like creator
Subway
or whatever.
Surfer,
Like, okay.
Kinetic Sand.
My issue is it's like the first app that's like made me feel my age.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's true.
Damn kids.
I genuinely felt old when I saw like my first TikTok of someone just like pointing at a tweet. I'm like, why the fuck is this? Like, just retweet that. Like, why does there have to be a video of you? And I immediately aged myself.
Why is the tweet a green screen? I don't get it. Eric is addicted to TikTok, but it's like his TikTok is cursed.
Speak of the devil.
Yo.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah,
Can you guys hear me?
Let's go.
Tell us about your TikTok
Okay, perfect,
algorithm.
perfect. Mike. Okay, yeah, no, my TikTok is it's something. It's something. If you want to be mildly offended but mostly disgusted, that's the place to go.
Yeah,
That's like where the
Yeah,
degenerates
yeah.
and lowlifes are, and like that's what you see.
Yeah, there are some people that work for the Paralympics that know exactly what they are doing
account,
to
man.
that channel.
Good God.
I was following like a micro wrestling federation account for a bit. That was pretty fire. They're in on the joke. They love it. They have little personalities.
I don't need explanation.
Oh man, African lore anime
my God.
is a banger.
This is all so new to me. All these phrases and adjectives being thrown at me.
Oh my God. Bless your ignorance. I'm so jealous of it.
Oh God.
No, yeah, that's
Are you wearing a
hilarious.
Lower Than Atlantis sweater?
Oh, yeah.
I certainly am.
Oh, that's a cool band.
They're like my probably second or third favorite band.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice, nice. I really only got into their one record, Far Q, which was like 10 years ago, but like...
Oh yeah.
Are they still a
Dude,
band?
No, they broke up in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah. Mike, their vocalist, was recording under Headache. For a while, it was kind of like lo-fi pop. He stopped doing shit for like about a year and a half. His brother passed away, and he started doing music again. So, but all the other dudes have other bands too.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I hope they get back together, man. Like I have all their shit on vinyl, and it's like super hard to get because they're such a niche band.
Yeah, yeah.
I want Mike to get here so I can do the bit where I take off this mask. I'm so sick of wearing this already. I don't know how you play and shit like this, Jordan. This mask is like thin as hell.
I
I
hate myself.
Not enjoying this at all.
Yeah,
So you
no,
play-
it takes a lot of self-hate.
You play like that live all the time?
Yep.
Damn. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Oh, he said he had to update Chrome. Leave it to Mike Cutway to have unupdated electrical equipment of some kind.
An outdated version of Chrome.
You should see his iPhone.
Doesn't it just update automatically?
I have no idea. You should see his iPhone, though. That thing's like a relic.
iPhone 3.
Yeah.
3G.
No S, just
No
no
S.
S.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
got the
it's
round
just the
back
thing.
still. Bent a little bit, kind of like a banana.
It's the white one, but the one that overheated, so the back's a little pink.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude still has an iPod.
He did. He had an iPod for a long time.
Hey, our backtracks are still played from an iPod.
Yeah, I mean they come into hand. Like I had one. It got robbed. My iPod got robbed like 2
That's
years
good.
ago. Could you even believe
You live
that?
in a bad neighborhood?
Yeah, we forgot to lock the van, and I was
fair.
so. The worst part about that, it's not even that the iPod is missing. Like, it's the fact that I had like my old band's tracks and stuff on that, and that was the only thing I had them on. I thought for some reason I was like, it's a piece of like it's pretty much like a hard drive you could listen to songs off of. So like I didn't think it needed to go on the internet anywhere because they're like some of that stuff was all demos and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, really bummed that like just and some local gems that you can't even find on the internet anymore that like are gone. That I wish, still kicking myself to this day that fucking I just don't have that iPod.
That's a bummer.
Eric, do you hear the? Sorry, I was gonna say, Eric, do you hear the background music?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's grape. Sorry, it's grape and wine behind me. We should leave in every time I explain it. Grape and wine's happening, but it's like this stupid thing that they do where like boomers get
Oh,
trashed.
nice.
That's it. I'm reducing the explanation every time.
But what did you just hear?
All I can hear is like music, but I can't tell what it is.
No, Tyler, what did you hear? Just like what you heard
Oh my god, yeah, so someone's crushing a cover of I Believe in a Thing Called Love in the Darkness.
Great song, though.
It's super sick. Really good song. Really hard to pull off, like on all accounts, basically. So, shout out the Darkness.
There's two
One
solos
of
in
them
that
right
song.
now. Yeah, man.
There
Oh,
he is.
there he is.
There
I
we
thought I
go.
smelled mustard.
All right. Hello.
I don't know what they're playing. Oh, hey.
It's like, oh hey,
All right.
right on. This is the most we've had in one
I know. It
podcast.
seems stable.
Yeah,
Computer's not smoking.
yeah, nothing. You want to do like a clap test? Does everyone want to try and clap at once? Is that a thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Everyone clap.
Yay!
Hell yeah. Round of applause for us.
All right, cool. Yeah. That'll work.
Okay.
Hey Ty, what are you wearing?
What do you mean?
What do you got on? What are you wearing there, bud?
I dress like this all the time.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I don't know why you're making this weird. No, sorry. The truth is, I don't have a segue joke set up to take the mask off, Phil. I put the mask on, and I was like, you know what I did? I prepared for the podcast. And this is as far as the thought process went. So now's the part where I remove the mask. This joke paid off super well.
Do we clap it?
Yeah.
Can we clap again?
Yeah, clap.
Oh yeah, I should be a comedy writer.
Welcome back, Bannock folks. You're tuned into another episode of Bandecdotes here on the podcast. We have the boys in the northern here. We've got Jordan, Eric, and Mike. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Hey.
We're having a good time. And we've been trying to work this out, trying to get this interview going. So I'm so glad that we could finally all get together. I don't know if it's already been kept in or not, but this is definitely the most guests we've had in one room. When we did a couple other interviews, we've had several people kind of in one location where we're broadcasting from. But this is great. We got lots to work with. So many angles. Yeah, no. So we just did a reaction to your latest single, "Usurp." So we were super stoked to hear about that. Is that a single that's coming off on a brand new EP?
Yes.
Yeah, so we have 4 tracks we recorded in Nashville with John at Concrete Studio, and we're going to be dropping them one by one, and then they're all going to kind of end up on a EP altogether. So that should be pretty cool, I think.
Do you guys have a video lined up for every single tune on this? Because the way that you say that, you're kind of dropping it like the single method, right?
Yeah. Like,
We're gonna try.
that's pretty much the goal, I believe. We have
Yeah.
another video coming out in about a month or so for another single, and then we're in talks about shooting another video, and then we have talks about how we're going to create the final one, which won't be necessarily us shooting a video, but it's going to be something different.
Right, some sort of like content to go with the song.
Yeah.
I love that because that is this is a highly debated amongst most of the bands that we have on the show, is like, do we put out an EP, do we drop it all at once, or do we do the single route and then let them all be on a release together, so that way everybody's kind of familiar with the songs? I think that's a good way to go, especially in the age of like Spotify and Apple Music, where like this is, and music videos are like important these days, like more so than they were when the Much Music days when they're around, because now that you have something you can like tell us, I don't know, everybody, it's the creator
It's all about
output is
content,
like
right?
in
So,
yeah, it's all about the content. It's exactly it.
exactly. No, I agree.
So is one of you guys not here because they're at Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam's at Comic-Con right now.
What are we
Yeah, I'm
doing?
kind of jealous though, not gonna lie. Like, I would have loved to go to that.
Yeah.
That
Have you guys ever been? Has any of you guys been to Comic
I've
Con?
never
before?
gone to one of them.
Just the Toronto one.
Right. Okay. I went to it one time too, but it was like back when I used to drink, and I was just so fucking miserable the entire time. I was so pissed off, like waiting like 40 minutes for like a slice of pizza and shit. Like I was so angry that I paid the entrance fee to go. I don't know who convinced me to go, but
Yeah,
it fucking sucked.
some of the days are fucking crazy.
it must stink.
One of
in
my
there.
friends used to sell shit. Oh, it's
There's
not
gotta
bad.
be
I
a
mean,
smell.
No, it was pretty.
There's
It was
gotta be
stinky.
a smell,
It
man.
was stinky.
with a lot of people, probably.
It was stinky.
what's worse, a hardcore show or or the Comic-Con?
Comic-Con.
It's not even
Not
close.
really
It's like
sweat.
20 hardcore shows in the same building.
A crust punk show. A crust punk
Yeah.
show.
There you go. Yeah, that really kind of
Yeah.
takes the cake. Has any of you guys dressed up to go to Comic-Con? Like, has anyone done like the cosplay?
No.
No, but I have like a Master Sword and Hylian Shield, like a legit one over here.
So you
that-
could do it.
I could do it. Like,
Can link up.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
when I had longer hair, maybe, but I don't know.
Keep it locked, folks.
Right?
The Jordan Link cosplay coming soon.
Yeah, I think I've only ever been to a fan expo, and I waited like 2 hours to meet Malfoy. So that was cool.
That's what I've heard about fan expos. A lot of lining up.
Yeah. Great. So you guys said that you recorded in Nashville. Like, first of all, how is getting over the border? Like, how is that friggin' like just telling them that you're just recording? Like, I imagine that they immediately think that you're playing shows.
I don't think we told them.
It was really
No,
chill.
we
Well,
lied.
I think Jordan did, but the rest of us lied.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
lied. We all went in different lines. Like when we got off the plane, we all went in different lines. So we all went to different like TSA guards, and we were like, "Oh, we're just visiting a friend in Nashville."
Did you bring any of your own gear?
No, we
No.
didn't bring anything.
Okay.
So like there was no real
Yeah.
giveaways that we were kind of going over. But when we go over the border to play shows, that's like an ordeal. So we have to get our work visas.
Full cavity
Yeah.
search. Full cavity. I love it every
Yeah,
time.
we really have to go through some shit. Luckily, they've never really given us too hard of a time, except for one time. But it's just because the guy didn't really see a visa before in his life, so it was chill
Buffalo
after
border.
that.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
The border guard had never seen a visa.
Yeah, he had no idea
He
because
knew. He was definitely new.
Wild line of work,
yeah,
buddy.
because the way it works is that when you sign up for your visa, you have to put a port of entry, and then your visas get sent to that port of entry, and then they have to process and print it for you when you're going to cross. So you tell them what day you're showing up, and you have to go there. So we gave him like, hey, we're here to get our visas, and he's like, no, you don't do that. And we're like, yes, we do. So he kind of gave us a hard time, but then it was fine. They still let us in. So.
And how was how is that recording experience being like? Is this like, have you folks ever done something like that where you've traveled to record like a release?
I have in previous bands. But for this band, this was our first experience traveling to go record. Usually we just would go up to road to our buddy Doug's house, but Doug's not recording so much anymore, so we took a chance with Jonathan, and he really crushed it. There was like some magic in the air going on over there, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Some magic and hot chicken diarrhea.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I imagine. How is the hot chicken in Nashville?
We found a vegan place the last day we were there.
Yeah, it was soul crushing to know that we could have walked there every day for a week, and we found it like the last night before we left.
We were living off sandwiches.
Oh, all you folks are vegan?
Well, Eric and I, but Mike and Adam demo meat.
They got together.
They like it. They love the meat.
They ate your portions of chicken for sure.
Yeah, we lived off like sandwiches and like coffee and like 32-ounce cans of Miller High Life, which is not the champagne of beers, even though they claim it is, because it is awful.
I know.
I love when it gets warm and full of spit at the bottom.
That's the best.
I was living off a band called Downswing's Hot Pockets that they left behind. They left like 30 boxes of Hot Pockets, and I was told I could eat them, so that's what I ate when I was there. The toilet did not enjoy.
No, you.
The toilet was hungry.
Now, you said that you've recorded with your friend Doug before. Is this the first time the band has recorded with somebody else? And how was that experience? Was there new areas that you like? Was he bringing up stuff that you guys have never thought of before? Like, was there a new experience involved? Like, I have to imagine that that's what happened.
Well, that experience was completely new, I think, for everyone in the sense, like, that I would always bring up the fact, like, it's like watching your favorite band DVDs when they go to, like, you know, Unearth goes to Adam D, for instance, kind of thing, and the experience is just magical. And basically, we didn't know what to expect when we went into that. We kind of went blind, and the experience that we got was way better than we thought. Like, after the first day, we had a whole new song written. It was, like, immediately get into it, and, like, we were on a timeline, so we went in there with 5, came in with 4, threw 2 together into 1. I mean, I'm sure these guys can speak for it, too, but, yeah. It was definitely a very cool experience, especially being on that tight timeline. You don't have time to think about too much. You kind of just have to write and go. And that was kind of unique because, you don't have time to think, and you just let it resonate for what it is. And then when you hear it back, you're just like, wow, who would have thought that taking this quicker and not thinking too hard about it is actually the route to go.
Yeah, there's definitely something to say about not being able to go home every night either. I feel like when you have to go there and live in it, that you really have no other choice but to put like all your energy into something. You don't ever get that chance to leave, so there's like that extra magical something that happens while you're there doing that I found really helpful while we were there.
Plus, like, being away from home in a different area is, like, nice. And you're less miserable, right? Because you're not around the same shit all the time, your same problems. You can kind of get away from them for a bit and, like, live that rock star life for a minute. Mm-hmm. So, because, yeah.
And you're with the whole band. So, like, basically, you're with each other for 7 to 8 days. And it's like being on tour again. So you just get that connection. And being in, like, a more foreign experience in this case where we're just in Nashville recording and writing on the spot. That just everything just aligned perfectly. I'd recommend it to anyone, to be honest.
Yeah, it's definitely the way to go.
Are you guys keeping it on like a heavy trajectory with this? Because you guys have like what feels like just sort of like a slow like curve upward of just heaviness and heaviness. Like Hourglass felt like really heavy compared to like the Cloudburst EP, and then Usurper is obviously just like a freight train. Like it just like moves and moves and moves through just a bunch of heavy parts. Like we have the reaction done, and you guys will see it soon. Like we loved that track. Like Are you guys? Do you guys still have like the big chorus parts coming up, or are you guys diving more into like keeping it just like absurdly heavy?
We still have Adam.
We still have Adam.
Okay.
And you're gonna get
Yeah.
a mix. You're gonna get a mix of everything, and we're gonna take it to a different playing field in the next one, which is gonna be fun to expose. But it's not gonna be like a surprise in the sense because we have that ability to go that route. But at the same time, you're gonna see the directions that we're gonna be able to take things in the future, basically with these next 3 songs coming out after. And yeah.
Yeah, I would say the next song we're putting out would be the lightest of the ones we did in Nashville, just to get that kind of contrast. Like, you know, we can still do both, but the following 2 I would say are probably pretty heavy in comparison. Like, they would sit more closely to where Usurper's at now in comparison to the next song we're putting out, if that makes sense. But we still have those catchy choruses and the hooks and things like that, but we just really wanted to write one song that showcased, you know, a really heavy side and, you know, get Mike a little spotlight kind of song. So, and we got to write a diss track, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
a diss track.
There's lore. There's lore.
Yeah.
Can you guys go into it, or are you going to get in trouble?
Yeah.
No, we've already
Oh,
expressed
yeah,
it to all the media outlets that we've expressed the song to. So, I mean, it's just a shout out towards the old record label that really shafted us when we were on a real uprise and everything was looking good, and they kind of just left us dry and hanging. So, and now, you know, like,
Right. Who is it? Is it Tragic? I don't want to say the wrong name.
Yeah, not Tragic Hero Records.
Tragic
They owe you
Hero.
money, right?
Yeah.
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 They paid us
yeah,
once,
that's money.
and it was pretty decent. And then when we followed up with payments, they've never gone back to us, and yet they continuously still push our stuff every once in a while. So it's what it is. But
Yeah.
we were in
Yeah.
the song went through like 3 changes originally lyrically. I went through like one thing, and then the song changed itself instrumentally when we went to the studio. So then I wrote lyrics on the spot there, and then the producer said to me, he looked at me dead cold in the eye, and he's just like, "You really want to be saying this 2 years from now?" And I was like, "No, I don't." So then that's when we collectively decided to write this as like, let's write a band song together, which was another magical moment in the studio because we hadn't done that before. Where all 4 of us were just, including John, like hashing away at lyrics and stuff, and writing the chorus together with the producer. And so yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
So did both you, Eric, and Jordan just join the band in 2015? Is that when you guys joined?
Okay, so the band has a weird history where for a while none of us were in it.
Okay.
Okay.
And then like Eric and I got asked to join around like 2014, 2015, and then it's just been us since essentially.
Yeah, it was
and,
originally like our original vocalist had started like a studio project with like one other guy.
Yeah.
And then some years went by and he's like, okay, let's actually like be a band now. So then he started looking for members and he asked Jordan. And then Jordan asked me, and then they just had a lot of time, kind of like a hard time kind of nailing down the other members. So they went through like a few like trial drummers, trial guitar players, things like that. Then eventually Jordan just moved to guitar. We got Adam to come in on drums, and the bass player at the time was Gordon. He was in my old band Dreamer Deceiver, so I just brought him along with me because we're homies. And then, you know, Nick, we parted ways with Nick and we got Mike. It seemed like a logical choice since Mike was the homie. So here we are.
You guys had friend of the show Tom in the band for a bit too, right?
Yeah.
On bass.
Of course, yeah. He left just before he went to the studio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
He just had too much going on. I
Yeah,
think.
he's a busy dude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah, I was super confused. I think when we said something like, we're gonna talk to the Northern. And I was like, oh yeah, I've talked to Tom, and then we started doing some like, I was like, oh wait, he's not in the band anymore. Like,
Yeah.
this is not and he was just kind of playing some bass with you guys like for some shows, right? Like so doing some
Yeah.
yeah.
And he helped writing like in the beginning for a little bit. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
super cool. And because Mike, you used to play in a band called The Loyalists, right?
yeah, I'm actually wearing the shirt already.
Oh, sick. Do you like? I do you remember that? Like,
Out east?
we went out to the East
Yeah,
Coast.
yeah. I
Yeah.
Hellbent poster still.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
we-
yeah.
we
That
are-
was a great
I
time.
literally have that still, that graveyard poster. It's like on paper.
Yeah, it was our.
Eric's computer shit the bed. He just
Okay,
texted me, so
I was gonna say,
he's coming
was he
back.
frozen for anyone else? Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I wanted to wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was my first time out east. As like a band, and like I have so many fond memories, especially the Bob Ross painting show. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Like,
Yeah, it's
that
been
weird
bro-
halfway house we all played too. The dog was in the mosh pit.
Oh yeah, that was a weird. That was
It was like
the
house
Panic
class?
Room. Yeah.
I don't remember, but yeah, that was an interesting one. I remember when we played it. That was the first time I learned that, like, not to like chirp on people who do drugs, but like these, I've learned that like these people will spend money on bands for some odd reason. And then we've had an experience in New Mexico where there's no alcohol allowed, but so there's a lot of meth around. So all these kids are on meth. But then I told the guys, I'm like, don't worry, watch. They're going to spend a lot of money. We're going to make a lot of money tonight. Sure enough, at the end of the show, we're just like, both bands are just pumping out merch nonstop. And it was because I remembered on that tour.
yeah.
Poor New Mexico.
Oh.
But
Did you guys do like a tour down there, or just was it a one stop in New Mexico?
no, we did a full like Western, Central America, so like Texas and then back, sort of thing. With
Oh, wow.
Sleepwaker, the northern, yeah. It was like 23
How
days.
often? Oh wow, geez, you
Yeah.
guys went for it.
Yeah.
I love to hear that.
With the
Love
Grand
to hear
Canyon
that.
and everything, like.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a pretty epic tour. Like that was road dogging for sure.
For sure. Yeah. How often do you guys play the States? Do you guys try to do there as often as possible because of the visas?
We did, and then when the pandemic hit, we haven't been back since. We actually did
Yeah.
like a 23-day tour just before the pandemic in December, when the corona was just being like issued out and stuff. And like,
Mm-hmm.
there was a theory that when I got sick on that tour, I got everyone in the band called Varsity sick, and they got all these other people sick, and then they claimed they got corona. So we always questioned if I was patient zero as a joke, but.
It's been a minute since we've been back.
But yeah,
though.
December 2019.
Oh, really? Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, like, more people in America like our style of metalcore, I feel, than we get in Canada. Because I feel like Canada is pretty hardcore, right?
There's
Especially
a lot
in
of
the
hardcore going
GTA.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we kind of, I don't know, we fit in a weird spot. So I feel like where we sit in the U.S., there's more metalcore bands. So, like,
Yeah.
people go off harder.
The internet sort of homogenizes that whole thing too, right? Where you like
Yeah.
like you don't like you can appeal to such like a wide net now compared to
Yeah.
like trudging through city by city and impacting like 5 kids at a time on a show.
Yeah.
Now that's just
Come to
like
Brazil. Come to Brazil.
because you get told that a lot. It must be easy. Just fly out.
Come to Brazil. Just come to Brazil.
I like that you guys know the market though. Like that's it's important for a band to know that,
Yeah.
and if you've locked it in, that's where it should be going. And like, there's no denying that. Like the States, to tour, like to route a tour, like you're gonna hit major cities more often with less drives. You guys know that from fucking doing that.
Yeah.
And with Ontario alone, like it's like you're driving like the GTA, you could hit like the 3-4 cities: St. Catharines, Hamilton, Toronto, like, and then like maybe London.
Yeah.
Like you can do those kind of areas, your weekend banger. But like you really can't hit the major cities like like Ottawa,
No, exactly,
Montreal,
yeah.
and like these other markets, right?
And you know, with the price of gas right now, especially here in Canada, like you're getting so screwed over in a giant ass van with a trailer. And so, like, when you get offered like a $200 guarantee, it's like, oh, that's nice, but that's not even the gas out there and back right now. To like Ottawa and so forth.
Yeah.
So it's coming more of an issue now too. But I mean, it shows though. We just want to play. So.
Yeah, I know. Eh? Just that's the dream. Just fucking play everywhere and anywhere as much as possible.
Exactly.
Do you guys have any weird like doing the stateside tour? Did you guys hit any like weird venues that were maybe similar to some of the places we hit when we were on the East Coast?
I kind of like just like just those like really shitty bars and stuff. Like we played a place on Friday the 13th in October with the first Jason.
Bradley, Illinois.
Bradley, Illinois, literally the middle of butt fuck nowhere in the sticks. Like you're in the middle of nowhere when like every truck has like the American flag painted on it with a bald eagle on it. It was aggressive, like with like the word Trump on the back of their trucks and everything. So like we just knew we were in a different place. But we played a place called the Loon Bin, and it's called like the worst venue in America. They like live off by this. And it's cool though. They got like a Mexican restaurant inside of it too. That's owned by a Mexican family. It's really good. But like sell dollar beer. The owner goes around. He pours like JD down your throat as you're playing. But like, mind you, you're in the most like redneck territory ever. And like being like a Canadian, like we weren't even getting along with the locals trying to get along with them. It's just.
And it's really close to Chicago, so you don't want to fuck with anyone.
Right.
So,
but it was interesting. We were the first Jason who plays a guitar.
Yeah, that band's great. It's so like the first like Friday the 13th movie, like at the very end how like Jason comes out of the water. Spoiler alert, he comes out of the water and he's a kid and he's bald or whatever and he like pulls the girl back. Mm-hmm. It's that guy and it's his band and all he does is a lot of cocaine and play the guitar.
And he sells machetes.
And he plays the guitar.
Sells machetes in the sick.
What was the band?
First Jason.
Yeah, the first Jason. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, but he sells machetes. It's like the first Jason, and he writes a quote on it. And
we smuggled 3 machetes back over the border. It was great.
How do you hide machetes?
Okay, so
I would not want to be caught hiding machetes.
Okay. So, all right. So when we were coming back, I bought one for my mom. Mike bought one for his brother, and Eric bought one for himself. And we all were like, shit, we can't come back with machetes. Like we're gonna get shit on. So we just stopped at a Walmart before we went back to over the border, and we bought saran wrap, and we saran wrapped each of them, and then we saran wrapped them all together and tucked them in like the corner of this like shitty part in the van.
Well, we have this
and
bed setup. We put them under the bed, in the middle of the bed where you can't reach it. Like it's physically almost impossible to get there because of the beams I set up. So they look in. When they look in, they're just like, yeah, it's fine, and they close the door.
Well, yeah, we obviously got pulled over, and they searched the entire van.
How are you not shitting yourself? They're gonna
all
find
four of us.
machetes in there. It's so bad.
All four of us are sitting on the bench watching them search the van, and we're like whispering to ourselves, like, what the fuck are we gonna do if they find the machetes? What are we gonna do? This is fucked.
How are we gonna explain? When we get there?
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna shoot at you. They're gonna shoot at the machetes.
Yeah.
They're gonna shoot
Stand
the van.
down.
It's all because they thought I was bringing weed over.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, yeah.
He's like, you got weed? I'm like, nope.
Good times.
Didn't believe me though.
So
they're like, he's got long hair.
Like,
I don't fucking believe him.
Canadian coming back to Canada, he's definitely got weed.
This van smells like weed. You guys have weed.
I smell like BO.
You're like,
It's body odor, I promise.
Yeah, I swear. We've just been living in this thing for a week. It's fine.
We're detoxing in here.
So speaking of weed, Jordan, you're a pretty big Alien enthusiast. Are you like the only Alien enthusiast in the band, or is this like a collective? Like, is the Northern actually a secret code for like aliens because they're so high up there, bro?
I wouldn't say I'm the only one. I think Mike and Eric like fall in tune with it, but I think Adam probably thinks we're all fucking crazy.
Did you hear that new body they found was just like a llama's? It wasn't cake, Phil. That wasn't.
Yeah, that was.
But but it's like I guess like just like bones assembled together or something weird.
Yeah, man. Okay, so
Here we go.
that whole thing,
I knew it.
That whole thing was a bummer because that whole Mexican UFO hearing was supposed to be good. Like Ryan Graves, who's like a legitimate like person. He used to be in the Navy and he flew fighter jets and he works for like aviation safety. But he talked in the American UAP hearing for Congress, and he was supposed to go down, and he got fucked out of like talking because of that whole shit, and like posted about it. And at first I was like, "Yo, wait, what's Mexico saying?" And then I saw the mummies, and I was like, "Wait, these are the same ones from 2013 they debunked."
Yeah.
They literally just flipped the images.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
I wish they looked like that though. They were like a foot and a half tall.
Same.
Like, oh my god, those little
Same.
guys, those little dudes. It'd be so sick.
Kind of looking like the worms from fucking Men in Black.
Yeah. Oh,
Right,
yeah.
yeah. The ones at
Yeah.
the coffee station. I recently just watched Men in Black. It holds up.
Does it hold up? I was gonna say.
Yeah,
what,
it's great. Oh,
what about the
yeah.
second one? Was there a third?
I think it was.
There
There's
is.
a third, yeah.
Just
Yeah,
Tom-
with Josh Brolin.
What?
It's Josh Brolin. Yeah.
Okay, so it's the second one at the end where Tommy's like, I don't want to remember anymore, and he like forget. No, because in the second one he has to remind
first
him
one.
he's a man in black, right?
Yeah.
And then in the third one, it's back in the past, and then kind of in the future, and it's like Agent K is fucking Tommy Lee, or not Tommy Lee Jones, is Josh Brolin.
Oh,
So,
it's young.
it's really-
yeah. And there's
really
another
weird.
one they put out like a couple of years ago. That's like just like they've taken it's like the same just remaking the movie again. Like it's the same IP, but it's different actors.
God damn it.
Yeah, I feel like I was completely unaware of that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
same.
only knew that because I was like, oh, I think Men in Black, and then I started, and then I was like, oh, there's a fourth one. I was like, but it's not. It's called like, it's probably called The Men in Black or something like it's somehow different than the. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like a different
Man,
story.
The Men in Black sounds like a legit documentary.
Yeah, actually,
I'd watch that.
good name too because of the correlation with the old movie. Well, that's what it's actually named after, right? It's like there's actually like a supposed like government division called the Men in Black.
Well, they're like.
It's a novel.
It might
Yeah.
be
It's a graphic
supposed
novel.
aliens.
Okay.
The Men in Black, but
Well, I think like the Men in Black are supposed to be like the MJ-12 or whatever, the secret keepers or whatever.
You're thinking of the Jackson
Oh.
5.
Yes.
Also, Secret Keepers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Do we have any word
So-
from Eric, by the way?
He said his laptop is charging. It died.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why he didn't have it plugged in.
Okay, that's fair. I have a question lined up, but I feel like I want to wait for him because I'd like to get all your guys'
I can
take
get
on
him.
it,
He's
but I wonder if
downstairs. I can get him. He's downstairs. So.
Tell him.
One second.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
just
yell
go.
at
Yeah,
him,
just
Mike.
go get him. I didn't know that was an option. I can't believe.
Yeah, oh,
I
yeah,
can't
Mike-
believe this has been an option.
Yeah, I asked Eric. I was like, "Yo, are you and Mike together?" He's like, "No, he's upstairs on his."
No,
computer." I'm
he's
like,
upstairs, so you're together, is what you're saying.
Well, they
He
live
claims
together.
he'll be on
They
30
live
seconds.
together.
So
Okay, good. Oh my god, he's not coming upstairs.
yeah, we have to like fit the screen.
Just he has like that defiance disorder or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm doing it on my laptop.
No.
Yeah, we'll wait for him.
How are you liking your Tom DeLonge strat?
Oh, dude.
Does it feel nice?
It's right here. It honestly, man. Yeah, I just really like Fenders. I'm more of a Telly guy, but like
same.
the Strat feels nice. Feels nice. The neck is really nice. People have complained about it because I guess there was a lot of QC issues with theirs.
Yeah, I saw a video where some guy got like ague fish. Do you know that guy? Yeah, shout out you if you ever see our channel. But he got like a really like the frets were like way too raised and stuff. He got a bad one apparently, but
There's been like a wild issue with like the neck pocket and how it's like completely misaligned with the necks. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Mine's
You gotta
fine.
get
I
one?
got it and I looked at it. Yeah, I have like so where the truss rod is in the headstock, like there's like a kind of a teardrop shape, and they shave that down too far, so it's not exactly a teardrop shape, and that is the only issue.
Oh yeah, I actually got an ESP, and the way the pickup came was like way too high for me to lower the action the way I needed to, and then the screws were just like stripped, in the guitar, like from the factory. So I emailed ESP and I was like, "What type of screws do you guys use?" And they were like, "We don't know." So like, you have to bring it to a guitar store. We don't know. So I had to pay like money on top of that just to get a guy to take the screws out of my guitar with a drill. And it's like it was so, my God, I was terrified. I hate like ordering guitars online, but I'm left-handed, so like I basically have no choice if I want. Although, like, I will say about Fender, when I started getting back into playing guitar, I just ordered like a $300 like Squier Affinity Telecaster, and it played fucking incredible. Like, it played so good. Like, I can't believe it.
This thing back here, like this body, is a like a 2002 like Tom DeLonge Squier body that I'm like refinishing, and gonna make another fucking ye old Tom DeLonge. But like, Squiers are just as good as Fenders, man. Like,
yeah, it was crazy. It was like, I can't believe how good it felt for like $300. Hey, Eric.
Hello. I gave up. My computer is stupid.
Yeah, how's your computer?
As I made fun of Mike earlier for his being updated, so.
Well, here we are. So, I did want to ask, now that I have the context that none of you guys were actually involved in the naming of your own band, what's it like to have the most Canadian band name? And just, have you thought, like, are you just trapped with it? Do you like it? What's going on?
We forever live in Alexis on Fire's shadow.
Yeah.
I thought about that immediately.
Yeah, as most Canadians do.
Yeah, I feel like you guys, and I think that's why you guys might play so well in the States too, is because like it's like I love that, like, the band Unity Texas. I love that they're called that. You know what I mean? And like they can get that. You're like the Canadian like gentcore band. You know what I mean? And you're named the Northern. Like, I'm shocked that name wasn't even like taken by some like 70s like Canadian like jam band. Like, it's kind of wild that band name is even available.
Chances are they're dead now, so here we
I
go.
agree, though. It's got almost a piece of Canadiana in it, you know?
Yeah, there's a bar in Ireland somewhere named the Northern, and there is a Indonesian photography company named the Northern. I think they've given up since the pandemic, but we used to get tagged a lot by those two people.
I think they'll make Canadian heritage commercials about our band.
I hope so. You guys, the Great American House Hippo.
That is so fucking funny.
You'll be joining that basketball one.
I also like the crumbs from peanut butter on toast.
Yes, the hippo.
No, the House Hippo had good taste. The House Hippo had sick taste. Also, like, that CGI looked way too good. Like, I don't know what the budget was on that, but that looked better. Like, I remember, like, that was out when, like, The Mask came out. You know what I mean?
Fuck that commercial for making me question everything.
Yeah, no, it was tough. And
that commercial is the reason I believe in aliens.
Yeah. I used to have so many fears about Planet Danger.
I can put my arm back on.
You can't.
You
You can't. You know what? With technology today, yes, I can.
Yeah.
I can have a better, faster, stronger arm.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
Connected to fucking Neuralink.
Yeah.
Jordan, what's the? Have you guys played shows since the pandemic? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So what's the mask been like wearing it like since the like? Do people think you're wearing it because
it's a totally different vibe now? Yeah.
Like, is it like?
It started off just being this much of my face, and then the pandemic happened, and I was like, I guess I've got to cover my whole face so I don't just look like a metalcore band.
Yeah, yeah, it really.
Because everyone's wearing a mask.
Yeah, it really fucked with your vibe, eh?
We've gotten a few comments, not many, but a few. He's like, "Oh, something anti-vaccines and all cops are I like cops," or something like that. Like,
I like cops. How does your brain even start firing on those cylinders? You see someone in a mask and you're like, "Why do you hate cops?"
Yeah,
how does that happen?
Guy just ranting for a while. We blocked him though. He went on like 2-3 pictures in the span of like 30 minutes. I was like, "Oh, this guy's mad."
Oh my god, I actually had a similar thing where I forget what it was. Some dude was like upset that like Ariel was black or something, and I called him stupid. And he was like, he went to like every single one of my Facebook photos and put like a laughing react, like every one of them, like obituaries for like relatives and stuff, like everything. Everything had a laughing react. Like, he went totally crazy. It's so fucking unhinged. Like,
he showed you.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I was devastated, man.
That's not someone you mess with.
Yeah, no, that's a tough guy. That's a free thinker right there.
Yeah.
So let's get into some Bandecdotes. Let's jump into some stories that you guys have from just being in the band. Like, what is something you could dish out that is like entertaining shows that you can retell, or moments, or even inside jokes that the band has?
Jordan, show them Henry.
I don't know.
Henry's in the band? Oh.
No, I have Henry.
No, he doesn't.
So speaking of Bradley, Illinois, and people having guns and not fucking with people.
Hang on, we gotta show you what we did, and then we'll tell you the story. But it's pretty good. Here we go.
Okay, he's pretty metal.
So that's Henry. We use him for doing.
Henry.
We take drinks off him, and people give him tips.
Yeah, he's like pretty sticky.
You were doing body shots?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
We so when we left that venue in Illinois, incriminating. It's been long enough. You know what? It's fine. Eric and I walked by on the way to grab, like, we were going to the convenience store, I think, to grab batteries for our wirelesses. And we found this, like, yard, because it was in December. And it was, like, fucking, like, hundreds upon hundreds and hundreds of, like, those ornaments. Like, just a bunch of those plastic old ornaments all over the yard. And Eric and I looked at each other and were like, yo, at the end of the show, we're coming back here tonight. And we're stealing a baby Jesus. So we play the show, everything happens, we tell Mike our plan, he's not into it, so he's like, if you do it, get out of the van, I'm gonna drive to the end of the street, that's gonna be it. So he did that, we got out of the van, Eric and I ran up to the yard, I grabbed one of them, but we didn't notice that they were all fucking like metal zip tied together or whatever. So I pulled one and like 10 different yard ornaments came up, and I was like, shit, it's not coming off. And Eric grabbed his, and it came off immediately, and he was already down the road. But at this point, dogs start barking, and a light comes on, because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And some guy's like, Henry, are you fucking with my grandparents? I told you not to fuck with my grandparents. And there's dogs barking, and I'm like, oh, shit. So I hop over the fence, and I just start running. And they're driving away slowly, and Eric's already in the van, and I'm just booking it down the street. And Eric got Henry.
Nice. That's
yeah. I was wearing a bright orange hoodie too. So like
yeah, and the guy comes out the backyard with the dogs. Henry, I'm gonna get you, Henry.
What are you
I want to know the conversation he had with Henry the next day. Like, Henry,
I want to be Henry.
Yeah. What was that fucking shit up? Like,
I
what
know.
were you doing last night? Henry was like, I was with my girl. Like,
it's such a crazy energy to just come out immediately. You immediately feel better because they're blaming someone else. Like, you're like, oh, thank fucking God. This is going to be Henry's problem. I'm good.
It's like a week before Christmas.
They'll never suspect me. My name's not even close to Henry.
That's so wild.
That's great.
You know that guy saw
That's
Henry in the mall like 3 weeks later, and he's like, "That's Henry. He stole the baby Jesus."
Oh no, Henry got shot. You guys got Henry shot for sure. It's like, that's the last straw. He's like pacing his house.
In my honest opinion, we did Henry a service because living in Bradley, Illinois, is just.
Yeah, you're in the Bible Belt.
It was a mercy kill.
Yeah. You're welcome, Henry.
Well, great. Now all our Bradley, Illinois fans are gonna hate us.
Someone's gonna be, I know that guy.
Oh no, we're never playing the loony bin again.
Henry's watching.
Yeah, Henry's saying.
Shout out Henry. Come on the show.
Yeah, no, that was a good. That was a fun night though.
That's so funny.
The bar had $1 PBRs, and the package bought all of them. So everything. They
We
ran out.
had to buy the
PBRs.
$2 beers afterwards.
That was a
That's
great
great.
night. That was a
That's
good night.
great.
Yeah. Well, we've done some other cool stuff. We're not just only delinquents. So
Mostly
with
delinquents.
the Guitars of Unearthed, he taught us what a screaming beer was, so that was kind of cool.
A
Screaming
screaming
beer. So
beer?
it's when you proceed to chug a beer, but you scream before you drink the beer, and as you're drinking it, you're screaming. So Buzz from Unearthed taught us that one, and that was pretty cool, and that was in London. Came in the van, and he's like, "You boys know what a screaming beer is?" And we're like, "No, not at all."
That's an incredibly annoying.
Oh,
picture.
it's obnoxious and stupid as hell.
but
Please stop.
it was just cool because we listened to Unearthed in like high school.
I saw them at Odd.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! What the oncoming storm or whatever that album is? The Great Dividers and shit. That was important.
Exactly. We're playing with them and they're hanging in our van with us, and we're like, "Yo, that's cool."
I mean, Kent Susie stopped drinking, but Buzz still does. So,
His name is Buzz.
When you guys are on the road, what are your go-to gas station snacks when you hit the gas station?
Uncrust.
The vegan protein
Uncrustables.
cookies.
Okay.
Hell
yeah.
Vegan protein
Uncrustables.
cookies.
Nice.
Okay. I tried an Uncrustable for the first time, and what the fuck?
They have no right.
I get okay. A touring band, I understand, but like I'm trying to picture the human at home who doesn't have 42 seconds to throw together a peanut butter and jam sandwich. Like I thought it was gonna be like something, and it's just a peanut butter sandwich. I was like, is this
and they're
fucking
overpriced.
for real?
They're totally overpriced as well.
But they're just so good.
Yeah.
I don't know
You're
why.
paying extra for like what it is at the end of the day too, so it's totally a ripoff.
It's wild.
Crust.
Absolutely wild. It's even like they do the thing where it's like you use like the cup to like push the center out so that there's no crust. That's the secret to Uncrustables, by the way. I can save you a lot of money.
Yeah. We bought the tool and it really worked poorly.
Yeah, I lost all the pieces for it. You could like put different patterns on the top of your
Such
bread
garbage.
with it. Yeah, it wasn't very good, the one I got.
There's like an Uncrustables branded.
Yeah.
tool.
Yeah, basically.
Well, I don't know if it's
I don't think it's branded, but it's right here.
This is what's left of it. You like
Why do you have it on you? What the fuck?
Jesus
I always
Christ.
keep one of these on.
Well, we're in the kitchen.
You know, I got that.
I got one in my pocket, one in my car.
You never know.
you gotta get those crusts off somehow, man.
Fail to trust. God forbidding crust.
Are there more gas station foods? Sorry, the Uncrustables set me on a spiral.
Honestly, we get like a pack of veggie dogs and just dip them in hummus. Like, that's it, yeah.
Okay.
I don't do
That's
The hummus
interesting.
is if they get room temperature, it's like not too much of a crime. So,
on tour. My diet's so
I have a lot of
plain,
diarrhea.
just
Yeah.
because of acid reflux. It'll just ruin my vocals and my day. So I literally am just eating peanut sandwiches,
Yeah,
maybe something like with guacamole, like a bread. Because half the time I can't find naan in America, so I'm usually just buying like bread and I'm dipping it with guacamole. But yeah, I'm eating pretty poorly and cheaply, but simply because I just don't want any acid reflux. I just don't want to feel like shit. It wrecks the vocals.
I got really upset at olives on a hot dog, but hummus on a hot dog is fucking insane. That's insane. That's crazy. I like both those things, but
Yeah,
my
that's
God.
desperate.
yeah, anything that goes in a tortilla is pretty much fair game, to be honest. Those summer tours get real hot though. We'll grab like a frozen burrito and just whip it in the windshield.
Oh,
and, like
yeah.
30 minutes later, it's hot and cooked.
Yeah, you window cook it. We'll like film little clips of it, like just cooking dinner. And by the end of it, it's hot.
Just leave it on the dash.
Yeah, Texas
like-
and Cheyenne will cook your food in the window.
Like shitty microwave burritos kind of go though. Like they're really good.
Speaking of burritos, man, Taco Bell in America is an establishment.
Yeah,
The Diablo
it's
sauce.
Yeah,
the upper echelon.
yeah, yeah. It's like it's nice. I would bring my girlfriend there on our like 10-year
I'm so excited for the new future we live in because Taco Bell just got sued for false advertising because of what their pictures look like versus what you get. So now they legally have to show real pictures of what it looks like, and I can't wait. It's gonna.
I'm still gonna eat it.
I know, but I just can't wait to see the fucking posters.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm still gonna eat there. Without
Limp, soggy lettuce.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, the pictures look
There's something wrong with their lettuce.
Off-colored beans. Off-colored beans.
Yeah, it's got like.
You
a
ask for
weird
rice
gray
and they put like
paste.
3 pieces of rice and charge you $4 extra for some reason.
I just think it's sick that their meat comes out of a gun. It's just a fire move. It's so scary.
I know, it's nasty. It's like low grade, basically dog food.
But it's so good.
Yeah, but it's
There's
mad
like a room
good.
in Burlington.
It's mad good.
I live in a constant state of diarrhea.
I blame Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Constant.
Is that like IBS? Is that something you live with?
Diarrhea.
TBS, Taco Bell syndrome.
Taco Bell syndrome.
TV syndrome.
Do you guys have any pre-show rituals? Is there anything that you like to do before you hit the stage?
Stretch.
Yeah, we always take a couple minutes to stretch. There's something about just doing a couple like leg stretches and like a little bit of hand, little like wrist stretching that just like goes a long way. I feel just kind of get worked up a little bit.
I like to wallow in my anxiety.
I'll typically just do a vocal warm up half hour before the set, even if I've done it already in the day, just as a little reminder. Sometimes two is better than one. I learned that from
What
Josh
do you do
Moore.
to warm up?
I just do random stuff from Zenith Screaming, just like those random drills that she tosses at you. These stupid,
wee oops, and the Mihi monkeys.
And like I got these breathing techniques that the producer had sent me, which is like these counts that you do for breathing, and then it basically just warms up your entire like diaphragm. So then, and then like mouth stretches, like big mouth, little mouth, or like scrunchy face. Like what they do in Jay, Silent Bob, like I can't remember what it says, but
lion face, lemon face.
Yeah. But that works, honestly. Like the squeezing the face and opening up the mouth really big gets your jaw nice and loose, and you're just like, it's like you're spitting the words out from your face, not your actual throat.
That's good to know. That's good to know. I've got one more question here for you folks. It's something I always like to ask touring bands. If you guys had an unlimited budget, what would be the rockstar dream rider? What would be on your rider? What would be in the green room waiting for you?
Mexican food.
Yeah, any kind of dinner, like I'll take it.
Mexican food.
Yeah.
Coors Banquet.
Yeah, a couple beers for sure.
2-ply toilet paper.
This is like that Office thing when like Dwight's like talking about his dream job and his salary's like $80,000 a year or something. Like you guys have an unlimited budget. You can have whatever you want. You're like couple beers.
Two-ply paper.
Maybe more than $200 for a guarantee.
Unlimited amount of baby wipes.
Yeah, a shower would be
Pedialyte.
nice. Pedialyte's a good one.
Right.
Yeah. Anything for the stomach to help you settle down any crap.
Two-ply is like a dream.
They don't have Tums in America, I find.
Well, they
Really?
do.
I find it hard to find, so I'm always finding these knockoffs.
They just deal with
Like
it.
Gaviscon and whatnot.
Yeah,
That's why they all.
I
They just
find
put it
their-
directly into the food.
Yeah, but I find their medicines just aren't as strong because they they force you into like their drug plans there. So basically,
The cows are
we have- I don't know, we got a
infused
better
with
system.
Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, it's added directly in to keep the stomach acid at bay.
And there's no like, you guys don't have like a video games playing? Like, is there's not something that you guys want to like, or like movies playing?
Oh, I play a lot of video games.
We want it on the ride.
Listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a TV with some video games would be sick though. Wherever we went, I bring my Switch everywhere. So
There you go. We got like a Smash Bros tournament going on in the corner.
We've never been offered a ride, so this is all new to us. We're like sitting here like, what do you want?
M&Ms, but only the
Have any
green
of-
ones because she's sexy.
Yeah.
One jar of freshly
Oh,
squeezed
yeah.
carrot juice.
I would put
And
something
if you
weird
have-
on the ride
if you
every
don't
time.
have that, then I'll have nothing.
It would be cool to put something weird on the ride every time to see if they actually read what you put on it. So,
Right.
like a set of
Like
diapers.
like a signed, autographed photo of a local celebrity or something. Like
Exactly.
Something
Some
obscure.
support from my dad.
It's just a phone that rings, and when you pick it up, it's just your dad being like, "You got this."
I'm proud of you, son. I'm proud of you.
Rowdy.
It's not,
This is a lie. This isn't my dad.
yeah, I was just gonna say it's not him. It's just like
a recording of my father showing me love.
It's just the promoter.
My dad. I want my dad.
It's just a clip of that one time we accidentally heard him on AM radio over and over again.
That's great.
That happened.
Wait, you heard his dad on AM radio?
Yeah, randomly.
Yeah, we were.
Okay.
Okay, so there's this AM radio station in Toronto called News Talk 1010, and like insane people will call into it sometimes in the mornings. So I'll pick up Jordan and we'll go to work, and we'll just be listening to like wild things happen. And then one day Jordan's dad called in. We're like, Jordan's like, "That's my dad." I'm like, "No way."
What did he have to say?
That he raised me right.
Yeah, I don't really
Nice.
remember what the.
That's the best thing you could hear on the.
Except
Could have been
for
worse.
yeah, he was never in my life.
Oh, there you go. Not so good.
No. Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then on that note, guys, is there anything you guys want to add? Any stories that maybe you want to include just before we wrap this up?
Yep.
Yeah. We got to get everybody yapping. That's like our thing. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but on our
Like that?
on our comments, everybody goes yeah, and that's because we yell that in public a lot. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
We can
we
all
always-
do it on
Everything's
three.
released under Yap Records.
Yap. Yap.
Yeah, I
All right,
saw
so
that.
then-
I saw that on Hourglass actually.
Yeah.
We gotta
I was
get
wondering
Yap.
what that was. I was like, I know with DistroKid you can write whatever you want there, but what the fuck?
Oh yeah, the Yap Records. Yeah, I feel like that's why we didn't get playlisted.
we didn't notice that. Adam did it. And no one noticed it for like a couple months, and we're like, "Yo, we're on Yap Records." With that.
Yap.
Yeah.
Tyler, do one. Tyler, you
Yeah.
gotta do Yap.
I know. Sorry, I'm on. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing it, but I'm on a crazy delay now.
Oh.
A little. All right. So we'll wrap this up. Just want to let everybody know where to reach you guys, all the social medias, what to expect in the coming months.
If you guys want to follow us on social media, Spotify, all these are available on all platforms as well.
Oh yeah, we do have new music along the way. So when this comes out, it'll be either coming out or it will be out. And I'm not going to tell you the
Keep
song.
your eyes peeled for that.
Exactly.
Right on, folks. Well, thank you again for coming on the show. This has been a blast. I'm so glad we got to finally do this.
Yeah, man.
Thanks
you.
for having us.
Hell yeah. There you have it, folks. That was our interview with Mike, Jordan, and Eric of the Northern. That was such a good conversation. I had a blast with them. If you aren't already, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Give this video a like. Follow us on Instagram for all the updates, clips, all the stuff goes down there on the Instagram. And if you didn't catch us at the top of the show, get us up to 500 subs. We'll get Bandecdote tattoos. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. Take it easy.